Is hopping in on the third film of a series a bad idea? Maybe. Did it impact my enjoyment? No. A Haunting in Venice is the third film of the Hercule Poirot series, with Kenneth Branagh reprising the role and directing once again. The films are based off the Agatha Christie novels, with the screenplay being handled by Michael Green. The film starts out surprisingly lighthearted, with the detective retired and just hanging out in Venice. Eventually, a friend brings him along to a seance at this isolated location that has experienced a murder, while also having a spooky history. It actually seemed to take a fair bit to reach the point with someone getting whacked. The location is shut down, and the detective works his magic. But I was never really bored. All the characters were a joy to watch, and the protagonist was a ton of fun. There were two things I was concerned about when going into this film. One is something I encounter as a problem with many whodunits. They tend to have a really good conclusion, but once you know the answer, you wouldn't really want to watch it again. The journey doesn't support traveling to the destination multiple times. This film actually managed to be really enjoyable up to the reveal. There was clever writing, hints, and red herrings throughout, reveals within the story itself, and just in general, the detective was entertaining to watch work. Also, this film serves as a good softcore spook film, which brings me to my second concern. The first two films dealt with murder. This one does that too, but as the trailer has shown, there are horror elements, but they're rather subtle. I was worried that scary stuff would fall into jump scares and overdone tropes. While there's one scare that is a bit of a jump scare, the rest of the film had much more of an uneasy vibe to its scares. I wouldn't even call them scares. This is a film you could just sit about anybody down, and no matter what they think of horror, they would come out enjoying A Haunting in Venice. So what we have is a well-written and acted softcore horror film taking place within a murder mystery. I fully suggest checking out this film. It felt rather refreshing seeing a film of this kind. While I can't say how close its adaptation is, I can say that it had vibes taking me back to very classic horror. If you want to get a nice introduction to this year's spooky season, give A Haunting in Venice a look. This movie really got me in a whodunit mood. I'm sure we'll be taking a look at a few of those before the season is over.